Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be picking some books to read in January, and I'm so excited because I can finally use my new TBR prompt jar. So if you guys don't know, I think the first person that I saw doing this was Rachel Catherine. It really inspired me because it pushes me to like randomly pick books that are already on my shelves that I haven't read and get to them instead of just like reading the newer books that I've purchased. So I have created like different prompts in here. There are a lot, so we're just going to shake it up and randomly pick some prompts. I'm thinking to pick 5 books or 6, just because I have other books that I want to read in January. I also don't want to just pick a bunch of books and then never get to them. I feel like I'm just disappointing myself. So of course I already have a stack of books that are like on my priority list that I'm hoping I can pull and read. If not, I will go through my shelf and then pick out some other books that fit the prompt. I hope it's not too confusing, so let's just go ahead and get started. In December, my whole vibe was reading like holiday books and romance books, but in January, I'm feeling romance, fantasy, basically anything really, but mainly just tackling series that I've started or just some new releases that I've been meaning to read. So let's go ahead and pick our first prompt. It's pretty full, so I don't know how much I can shake this. Let's hope for a good first one. Okay. This is hard. You guys, it says title starts with a V. I literally made this and added random letters in here, so oh, dang it. I was going to say Vow of Thieves, but I only have Dance of Thieves. That was a fail, so I'm going to pick another prompt. It's so full, you guys. Okay. This one says white cover. That's easy because I think I have a few options that I want to read, so let me get them. So I have 3 that are on my priority list. The first one is Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I wanted to get into this in December, but I don't think I have time. And then I also have Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark because this is a mafia romance and I'm excited. And then the third book that I'm pretty excited for would be Dance of Thieves. My husband gifted this to me and it's just stunning, so I am so excited, and it sounds really fun, to be honest. It's a duology, but it's giving me like Powerless vibes by Lauren Roberts. It has to do with like this family and a thief, and they're going to play like this game. It seems like a really fun, fast-paced read. So there are 3 and I don't know which one I'm going to choose. This is already so tough, you guys. Which one should I pick? Let's go with this one, just because why not start this series and see what it's all about. I know that it's a pretty popular book, so it must be good. Okay, moving on to the second prompt. I don't know if this will do anything. Second prompt, new book to me, a recent discover. There is a book that I just like randomly picked up at Barnes, and I was like, hey, this sounds really interesting. And prior to me finding this book, I did not hear anyone talk about it, but I think it's because I wasn't consciously aware. I feel like it's only fair to pick this book because I thought of this prompt because of this book. So it's going to be Daughter of the Pirate King. This is a YA fantasy. This daughter of the Pirate King is on a mission to find this map for treasures, and she's going to let the person capture her just so that she can raid their ship, but she didn't expect to kind of fall for him. I think it's going to be a pretty fast read, so I don't know, I'm feeling this fantasy kick. I hope that I don't get tired of these books. So far so good. Shaking for the third prompt. I need like a romance book, a gifted book. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what I want. A lot of the books on my TBR that I'm like wanting to read, they're not gifted books. So that just makes it harder. So I have 3 books. The first book is The Serpent and Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And I don't know, you guys, if I want to pick up another fantasy because this one is a pretty chunky one. It sounds very fun and interesting because it has to do with like a vampire, and I have not read a book about a vampire yet, so that is an option. Then I have 2 books by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The first one is Killer Instinct. This is the second book in the Naturals series, and you guys, can you believe it? My husband that does not read fiction books, I got him to start the series and he's on the 3rd book and I haven't even started this book yet. So he's like ahead of me, and I feel like it'll be fun to read it and then talk to him about it. And then I also have the Hawthorne Legacy. This is the second book in the Inheritance Games series. I really want to read this one as well just because I like where the story left off. I want to read all of these books. I think I'm going to pick Killer Instinct just because it's going to be a fast-paced book. That's something I need in between like these fantasy books or the romance books. I already kind of like know the characters in here, so it will be easier to continue where I left off, and I think it's going to be like fun with the plot twists and stuff like that. And also it is a goal of mine to finish this series in 2024, so let's pick this one. Let's pick the 4th prompt. Book part of a series. I love this prompt. It's a given that I should continue with the series that I've started, and I have 3. The first one is part of the Carval trilogy, and this is A Legendary by Stephanie Garber. Honestly, don't know if I want to read this book, but I have to finish the series to get to Once Upon a Broken Heart. Then I have the next book in the ACOTAR series, and this is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas, because I am finishing A Court of Mist and Fury, and this is the 3rd one. I've been loving this world. I also want to start her other series, so I need to finish. And then the last book I have is Daisy Hates The Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings. This is the 4th book in the Magnolia Parks universe series, and I need to finish this book in order to catch up and read the new one that's going to come out in February. I think it's obvious for me to pick this because so far I think I only have fantasy and a YA mystery book. So this is going to be the first romance on this TBR list, and honestly I'm not ready, but I've heard amazing things and I've been waiting to see Julian's perspective in this book, so I need to get to it. This video is so fun. I don't want this to be over, so I might do 6 prompts because now this is the last one and it's just too fast. So let's just see. Oops, I dropped one. Okay, this one says a black spine. I think Legendary has a black spine. The Serpent and Wings of Night has some black on the spine. Is it time for me to continue this? I guess I'll pick Legendary because I don't have a lot of books with black spines. I feel like I need to read this. I've been putting it off. I'll pick this one. And since I'm not like that satisfied with that one, I'm going to pick 6 prompts. Our last prompt. Let's hope that it's a good one. I want to pick a romance book. This one says, no, this is a mystery book. Well, the only other mystery book series that I own would be the Hawthorne Legacy. I don't feel like picking this up. I think I want a romance book. So I'm going to cheat, you guys. I'm going to pick another one. It's going to be like best out of 3. Please be a romance book. This one says 2-word title. I already know the book that I want with this prompt. I only have one, and I know exactly the book that I've been wanting to read. It is a pretty popular recent release. I've been seeing this all over BookTube as well as Bookstagram. I've heard some amazing things about it, so I'm going to be picking Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. This is her new series called The Lakefront Billionaires, and it has to do with Julia and Dahlia, and I heard that Julia is like a really sweet guy. Dahlia is an interior designer, so I'm excited. It's going to take place in Lake Wisteria. It is a chunker, but we're going to probably pick this one up in January. I am happy with all of the prompts that we got. So let's just go through the 6 books that I picked out for my January TBR. The first prompt that I got was a white cover, and we went with Dance of Thieves. I Am So Excited by Mary E. Pearson. And this is just gorgeous, so I'm excited to let you guys know my thoughts. Then I got a recent discover, or a book that's new to me. I picked Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I'm excited to give this one a shot and see if I will enjoy it. And then I picked a book that's part of a series. I picked Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes because this is the second book, and I am excited to see who this book is about and what they're trying to solve. So this entire series is just like teenagers solving cold cases, and they have like special abilities. Sorry guys, that was actually the gifted book prompt. And then the next book part of a series I picked was Daisy Hates The Great Undoing by Jessa Hastings. Basically the second book in the Daisy Hates world, so I'm excited to continue, and hopefully this one doesn't break me. I'm a little nervous. I have no idea where this book is going to go, and I'm always left surprised. So I know that there are going to be like 4 books with Daisy Hates. Then our 5th prompt was A Black Spine, and I chose A Legendary by Stephanie Garber, and honestly I am excited just to continue with the series. I've heard people say that this one is better, so I'm hoping that this one is something I enjoy more. And the other one, Carvel, wasn't bad. It was just pretty slow for me. And then the last prompt was a 2-word title, and I chose Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. So for January, I have a mix of fantasy and romance and, you know, a mystery YA book in there as well. So I think this is a fun TBR, and I'm so excited to get into these books. I'm hoping to read all of them. That would be so good. So we'll see, but I'll check back in with you guys at the end of January to let you guys know whether I've read these books or not. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about these books, and if you've read any of them, if any of them are on your TBR as well. I'm so excited to hear your thoughts, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!